Jeff King. I'm Andy Erickson. This is not another shooting show. We go to Boardman, Ohio, where police responded to what was reported as an accidental shooting at a Boardman business on Wednesday afternoon. Police were called to the business on Stadium Drive around 3:30 p.m. Police said that a man was bleeding from a gunshot wound to the right cheek. Ow. Reports said the man jumped up and yelled to the police that he shot himself. Police report said a coworker of the man told police that the man grabbed a handgun and held it up to his head. The man told a coworker, "Say I won't do it." The handgun then went off, and the man was hit and dropped to the floor while trying to stop the bleeding, according to the report. Apparently, he has a history of behaving recklessly with guns, and but never showed any signs of depression. So, yeah, he wasn't suicidal. He's just a fucking idiot.
I mean, those two things are hard to distinguish sometimes.
Well, the report said that the man told nurses at the hospital he was not suicidal, and then he fired the gun by accident. I think that sentence alone in the story backs up my premise that he's just a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
So the incident also caused Boardman Center Intermediate School to be placed on lockdown temporarily. That's convenient, right at 3:30 in the afternoon.
Oh yeah,
Jesus! How many parents are waiting to pick them up and shit?
Oh yeah, and they're having a great time.
Yeah. So this is completely unrelated to shooting, but it's entirely related to the show at recording night. We're recording just the day before this one's dropping. Weird. Last two episodes will have been the night before they drop, whereas the previous 6 were all way in advance. So Jane Goodall died, the biologist, animal biologist.
Yep.
And there was a story on the news this morning. We were sitting around at work in the break room before we started work, and it was talking about how she has a little bit of whiskey, or she had a little whiskey before her interview, just to warm up her vocal cords, So I'm just going to try whiskey only tonight to see how it does on my vocal cord. Maybe I should have drank some water before that.
Say it with your chest.
Yeah. I'll say it with my chest. My daughter says that all the time. You say words weird. I'm like, what do you mean? The way you use your chest, the way you breathe. She's a choir singer, so she's coming at it from this angle of singing, and I don't understand any of it. When I sing songs, I just pretty much yell. So
you breathe funny. Have you ever just tried not?
Yeah.
She's like, how's that will written out? My brothers aren't in it, right?
So I have to start off the show with a thing that my buddy Cole has twice asked me. Hey, did you talk about the M&P 10 yet? Because I shot his. And no, it was weeks ago that we did this. So we were at work, and on our lunch break, it happened to be right in front of my gun club. My gun club is on a highway we take care of. So we just had lunch at my gun club. And I brought my Glock 20, and he brought his M&P 10. And I was very, very interested to shoot it. His is the Performance Center that's got a compensator and shit on it.
Oh, yeah.
And, it's a dope-looking gun. And I shot it, and I was immediately like, oh, okay. All right. And there's my review of the M&P 10.
Okay. I'm going to need a little more.
Oh, do you want a little more than that? No, I just thought that'd be funny. I'm just going to leave it at that. I'll do a review on YouTube. And there's my review of the M&P 10.
Because I was going to buy one, but...
Well, and here's the thing. It was snappy. I mean, yes, it's a 10 millimeter, but compared to the Glock, it was snappy.
Ew, brother. Ew.
It was just in a way I've shot it. I'm trying to think. I think I've only shot 3 different 10 millimeters. No, 4. I shot the Rock Island 1911 10 millimeter. That was actually a very nice shooting gun. But the the Glock is just, it felt like satisfying recoil. It didn't have that violent sort of wham. I mean, it's 10 millimeter, but it was just, I don't know, it just shot nicer. It was less violent in the recoil impulse and all that. And with a comp, the M&P 10 Performance Center was just sort of, I was disappointed. I still like the gun. I like the grip on it. It's easier to hang on to than my Glock. Just because, the 2.0 grip on an M&P is, it's like pretty rough stippling on it. But it just wasn't, it just wasn't as nice to shoot as my Glock 20. And my Glock 20 is totally stock. I've done absolutely nothing to it. It's a stock trigger, stock everything. So that Performance Center is stock Performance Center that I shot. But
Yeah.
yeah, so I mean, if you really hate Glocks, then yeah, the M&P 10 is fine. But I also shot, this might be a little bit disgusting to hear, but I shot an XD 10 millimeter Springfield.
Yeah.
That was a pretty nice shooting gun too.
Huh. Interesting.
So I mean, like in terms of like recoil impulse and the way it felt and like returnability, I mean, you could still return the M&P 10. It's not like it was. It was not like it was terrible. It wasn't bad. I don't want to overstate it. It just reinforced that, I made the right decision buying the Glock. That's all. If I'd shot them side by side in the store, like I would have bought the Glock for sure. So anyway, there you go, Cole. I just shit all over your pistol that he likes. He still likes it. He liked mine, but he's like, no, I'm fine with mine. I still like it. And that's good. Are you disappointed by my review?
I mean, a little bit. A concealed carry. Well, okay. I'm thinking of getting it for concealed carry because I'm a douchebag.
Yeah.
And which will make people really confused is I don't think that your CCW pistol has to be like all that in a bag of chips. Because statistically, you're going to be shooting it at less than 5 yards, pulling the trigger as fast as humanly possible.
Mm-hmm. And it's a little snappy isn't going to matter.
Right. And did it fire the amount of rounds you put through it without a malfunction?
Yes.
End of conversation.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah. I mean, if you like M&Ps better than Glocks, then yeah, you'll like it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was considerably snappier. You know how like when you shoot the Walther PDP.
I was just thinking the Walther PDP.
How you're just like, oh man, that's like, if you shoot them all the time, you don't notice.
Yeah.
But and I shot a student's gun one day. I was like, holy shit, I forgot about these. Like,
yeah,
fuck, they're snappy. Like they return really fast. Like that's cool. But yeah, I just forgot how much of a punch they give you.
Right, and so it's. Yeah, I definitely, but at the same time, people have won very high level matches shooting a PDP or are teaching bearded gentlemen from from special forces units how to shoot with an open Walther. Like, it happens.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, it's yeah. So in the moment, like we've talked about before. When people are jerking off over 115, 124, 147 grain 9
does
millimeter,
not fucking matter. Whatever's easiest to make power factor at a major match. That's all I care.
Right. Once you start shooting, you just you forget about it. And like we said, if I need a 10 millimeter, it's because either a human or an animal is charging at me.
Yeah. And
I'm 99% sure that I can make those bullets go where I want them to, and I won't know how my wrist feels afterwards.
I'm going elk hunting in bear country this year. Like, that's half the reason I bought that pistol. The other half is because I think 10 millimeter is awesome. The other thing I did when we were out there when we were at work, we were on our lunch break, so it's not like it was that weird. But when we were at the range, though, that day, I brought a bunch of 40 ammo with just to see if it would cycle the 40 ammo.
Yeah.
Because the Glock will, and I knew that. And these were my powder puff competition 40 loads, and it was... The M&P 10 ran those just fine as well.
Oh, that's interesting.
I think there might have been one, I can't remember if it was in my gun or his, There was one that it sort of short cycled.
Okay.
But they're like 170 power factor, 40 rounds. So up against a recoil spring designed for 10 millimeter. So it's, the fact that it short cycled and didn't like eject completely, like it ejected the case, but it didn't strip the new round off, is what it did. So, but yeah, no, that's kind of fun with my Glock. It'll like pretty much any 40 ammo, it'll eat it, no problem.
Huh. Interesting.
But yeah. So that made me think of one quick thing I want to talk about. What is the most awful recoil you've ever felt shooting a handgun with a normal caliber? Like nothing, not a 500 Smith & Wesson, not even 10 millimeter.
Oh, I know the answer to this one.
Okay.
An airweight J-frame and 38 special shot with Tula steel case. I don't like. Lane sold it to me and drink, and Lane is not a bitch, except for when it comes to swingers, apparently.
Fast swingers.
But I shot he was like, I'm selling you this gun, and I'm telling you it's a piece of shit, and you're not going to like it. And I was like, fuck it, whatever, it'll be fine. And then I shot that bitch, and I was like, ow. Like, I kind of keep it at this point to talk people out of buying J-frames.
Here, I'm going to loan you this for 30 seconds. Shoot 3 rounds through it. Tell me what you think.
Yep. Yeah, it is absolutely abysmal to shoot. And it's weird because the Tula 38 Special, for some reason, is worse than Federal HST through it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, pretty much all 38 Special is kind of a powder puff round.
Right. That's what we thought. But Tula has a weird reputation where every other caliber, it's known for being a powder puff. But its 38 Special is known for being more stout than you would expect it to be.
What is it even plus P?
No, it's just
weird.
Tula. Yeah, but because Lane explained this to me, he goes, I can't explain it. I don't know, because literally everything I just said. But he's like, you're going to shoot the steel case, and you're going to be like, this is the most unpleasant thing I've ever shot. Then you're going to shoot like HST and go, this isn't terrible. And then you can buy like wad cutters and shit like that, and you're going to be like, this can be slightly enjoyable. But a J-frame airweight Smith & Wesson is the worst gun I've ever shot. It's between that or a Ruger LCP and 380 auto, because you can't grip the fucking gun.
No, you can't grip it. It's pretty much a one-handed gun. I did shoot a student's bodyguard, like the old bodyguard. I don't think I'd ever actually fired that gun. I dry fired it before, but I don't think I ever shot it. That is actually easier to hang on to. You can actually get 2 hands on that. Well, you can't, but I can get 2 hands on a version 1 bodyguard.
Oh, interesting.
Like, not well, but better than an LCP.
Yeah.
But my most awful recoil, also not even a 9mm. It was a 380. It was a Walther PPK.
Oh,
in 380. Yeah. You ever shot one of those? It's a steel gun.
I haven't, and I hear nothing but bad things about them.
It feels like every time I talk about this gun, this is how I describe the recoil impulse. Hold your hand out like you're about to grab a pistol, and then let someone punch you right in the hand, like as hard as they can.
Yep.
That's what it feels like every time that gun goes off. The recoil impulse is all just 100% straight back.
Interesting.
Guns that, when people talk about flat shooting guns, that gun shoots flat. It rattles your radius and ulna, but it shoots flat. I don't mind a gun that lifts high as long as it comes back right away. I don't give a shit about lift, but I care about it hurting. And the PPK hurt. I had this dude who was doing a lesson with me, and God bless him, he found like 6 PPK mags. I don't know what it holds, like 6 rounds or something like that. Not a lot.
Yeah, it's a single stack gun from the 30s.
Yeah, it's not new technology, but man, that thing sucked. It was not fun at all.
Like, they look kind of cool, but I wonder
if... They look dope. Well, that's James Bond's gun.
Yeah, exactly. I wonder if they look cool because they're associated with James Bond or if they actually look cool because you see them from some other angles and they're like, oh, these are kind of trash.
Like the ones that have that sort of silver finish on them or gray finish, those look really cool. Like that's a neat looking gun. I like it.
And they're also expensive as fuck. Like I'm on Walther's website right now, and for a 32 ACP, which Jesus,
oh god,
MSRP $969.
Well, that's what the 380 is that I just yawn Google. Damn.
Yeah, it's like you're making a trash gun and a trash caliber for way too much money.
Mm-hmm. Like you can almost buy a Shadow 2 for that.
Right. Like you can be a man and carry a Shadow 2.
Yeah.
Or you can get a PPK and 32 ACP that I've never heard about them running well. Also, the stainless one, weirdly it's on one, it says 969 on the top, but if you go to its spec sheet, it's 1150 MSRP.
Apparently they haven't updated that. Okay. So patreon.com/notanothershootingshow. It's only $3.57 a month, and you'll get all of the rest of this episode. I'm feeling it tonight. We're in a mood. There's a vibe. I'm feeling silly. It's going to be a good one. Patreon.com/notanothershootingshow. It's only $3.57 a month, and you will get all of the rest of this episode.